A trial date has been set for the two teens accused in a crime spree that included an alleged intentional hit-and-run killing of a retired California police chief. This case is just horrific for anyone out there who has seen some of the videos here. The teens appeared in court yesterday and did not seem to show much concern about the situation at all. While in court, they laughed at each other, smiled, and even made some obscene gestures toward the victim's family. Scripps News Las Vegas affiliate reporter Jay Wong Jung has more details on the pair's brazen demeanor.
The family of Andy Probst says the behavior of the two murder suspects makes them angry. Despite the serious felony charges each are facing, the pair were all smiles in court Tuesday. It's a scene that made wife and daughter Taylor and Crystal Probst livid.
They really had no remorse.
In district court Tuesday, 18-year-old Jesus Ayala and 16-year-old Jzamir Keys were seen giggling, conversing, covering their faces from media, and flipping off the Probst family. Daughter Taylor was shocked by the callous conduct.
How can you sit there after taking a man's life and act like such an entitled They were sniggering, laughing, just kind of trying to mad dog us and intimidate us, which didn't work.
Metro Police say Ayala was the driver and Keys the passenger in an intentional hit and run that killed Probst on August 14th. Probst was cycling in the Northwest Valley when he was mowed down. Video from grand jury evidence released Monday showed Ayala after his arrest making small talk with a Metro officer that included his expectation of lighter treatment as a juvenile. Ayala's public defender argued in court he saw the body camera footage on Channel 13 for the first time.
I don't know if I need a press pass to get discovery, but I would certainly like to get some discovery in this case before the media gets it.
Channel 13 acquired the video evidence as part of a public records request. The family of Probst telling reporters it's ironic Ayala's attorney is worried about media attention when police say the pair posted what became a viral video of the crime.
It was your people who put it in the media first.
Trial is scheduled almost a year from now on September 16th, 2024. At the Regional Justice Center, I'm Jay Won Jung.
And still with us, criminal defense attorney and former district attorney Matthew Manino. Matthew, I remember when this story first came out and taking a look at that video, I couldn't even believe what was taking place. Here's this man retired, out for his bike ride, and then these kids, and the things that they are saying in that video is just unbelievable. Give me your reaction to what's taking place here.
Well, it's completely shocking. This is a terrible crime, and you have two teenagers who think they're going to be treated leniently because they're teenagers with regard to this offense. It's really outrageous conduct, and the conduct doesn't end with their intentional act, this hit and run, but it continues with their demeanor in the courtroom and even their demeanor immediately after the offense occurs. So this is really, in some ways, reminds me of the case that did away with the death penalty for juveniles, Roper versus Simmons. And Roper thought he would be treated leniently because he was a juvenile and he murdered a woman, put her in a bag and threw her over a bridge. But that is not necessarily the case and should not be the case in this Nevada case.
And Matthew, that's such a good conversation to have. When I was doing appeals, you would see a lot of these appeals come up for juveniles that had been sentenced to a very long sentence, and then there was a lot of change, and then their sentence was reduced. This thought amongst these juveniles right here, thinking that they are going to get a more lenient sentence, let's go out and commit some heinous acts, and we won't have to be in jail that long. That is a bad message to be sending to our youth, thinking, let's just take this guy's life, and then we don't have to serve much time.
Well, yeah, it's certainly twisted thinking for these young people, because they're going to do time. Obviously, they're not going to get the death penalty. They're not going to get mandatory life in prison because of the circumstances. But they're going to be punished, and if convicted, obviously you're innocent until proven guilty. But if convicted, they should face severe punishment, not only, you know, to incapacitate them, but as a message to other young people that no, you're not, just because you're a teenager, just because you're young, you're not going to run around the streets with impunity.
Just watching their demeanor as we were playing that, as you were talking, Matthew, just unbelievable. Just no remorse, not even a care about life and the man's life that they ended up taking away from his family. Just despicable behavior on their part.